here with the live recording of the Meta Movement, and this is an everything metaphysical movement that we are going through, and I'm here to lead you, to guide you through the different natural ways of healing, and maybe even help you to develop your intuitive psychic abilities yourself. So I have a lot of stuff planned for you today, and I see a lot of you guys just rolling in. So again, my name is Katie Maike, and I'm coming to you from Southwest Florida. So let me know like where you guys are from. I love to hear like the broad range of where everyone is coming from, what you're doing in the middle of the day. Well, it's the middle of the day for me. I'm on the east coast of Florida, and it's around noon time. So I'll be going about 2 hours here. So, oh my gosh, I see some more people from Orlando. Oh, hello from Montana. Hey, Steph, California. Oh, hello from Margarita, Pittsburgh, West Virginia. Hello, guys. Welcome. So in today's show, I'm going to go over the moon and the moon phases. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because a lot of people like to manifest during the moon, or they feel drawn to manifesting during certain types of moon phases. And I'm going to talk about the energy that the moon emits during the certain types and certain phases that we kind of know about, maybe just some of the most important ones. There's like 12 moon phases, but I'll probably only go over like six or so. And after that, I'm going to talk about like why we do not manifest during eclipses. Okay, so the energy of that, and then I'm going to teach you guys how to manifest, like the actual physical acts. There's like 5 steps, 5 different steps to manifesting, and they do correlate with the moon cycles and phases. So you're gonna want to stick around for that. We are going to do some live readings, and I have a lot of crystals and crystal education to show you guys. So I have some cool like Tantric twin crystals I'm going to talk about today, and the meanings behind these types of crystals. I have some cool like triple terminated polys, so I'm going to talk about those. All that will be available. The link is right in my bio. So if you ever see something that you want, a deck that I'm using today or a crystal, it's all linked there for the products and the decks that I use. So most of these products are my personal products, and I obviously use like an affiliate link for the decks just so you guys can get it. So hello, how are you guys? So thanks so much for being here. Now, the deck that I'm going to use the majority of today, because we do free readings this entire time. So you're going to want to stick around and hang out. You could get a free reading, and double tapping on that screen while you're not doing anything is so much appreciative of me because it gives us live likes. All you have to do is double tap. You'll see hearts start to fly. I am using this Moonology Oracle deck. Now, I know it's backwards for you guys, but if by the end of this you feel drawn to this deck, I'll tell you, there's a couple of reasons I love this deck. One, because I do love the Oracle messages and the images that kind of teach me about what the moons mean. And there is a book that comes with this that does teach you about the moon phases. So you don't have to like rely on going to the internet and finding different things. And trying to like make sense of it. There is great explanation just within the book of this. And I don't usually use books for meanings. I don't use the book for meaning. I use the book for education on the moon. All right. So hello guys. Oh, I see Portia, Gretchen. Hello, how are you? You're from the Middle East. Well, welcome guys. My name is Katie Maike. I am a psychic medium. I'm also an intuitive life coach. I have a master's degree in sports psychology. I have another in behavioral analysis. In a past life, I was a high school psychology teacher. I taught Cambridge psychology. I still gonna teach it on the side. I teach it online. I can't help it. I love psychology. And with the help of astrology, I've kind of learned what my life path was, what I am most well known for, and recently I've been combining the two, which has now created this kind of meta movement, this talk show that I bring to you guys every Tuesday through Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Yes, always talk about children with manifesting. Children are they still have that whimsical type of energy about them where they believe things are possible. So let's tell them things that are possible, and let's teach them skills that will help them in the future. So what I want to do is I'm going to start out by doing some free readings. Let's get those likes up there. Double tap on that screen. I'm going to start out by using this Moonology Oracle deck. And then in a little bit, we'll talk about the moon phases, what they mean. I'm going to tell you like why you should not manifest during eclipses. Okay, so some people are just kind of like manifest during any full moon or any new moon. And I'll tell you, there's cycles in manifesting that correlate with the moon. So I actually linked a website in my link above that has all of the moon phases for the year of 2022. So I'm going to show you how, like, if you're manifesting during a Leo new moon, when that manifestation is supposed to come back to you, okay? So, I mean, if you're manifesting a new job during a Leo new moon, then that new job should turn up sometime around the full moon of Leo. So there's a lot of stuff that you guys need to know to make sense and to be patient kind of while your manifestations are coming through, okay? Now, if at any single time you would like a personalized reading, please just click the link in my bio. I do have a TikTok special. It's a 1 to 2 minute reading for $16. If you want something that is more in depth, just kind of search and shop through there. I have all kinds of different readings. I have 11/11 Valentine's Day special. That's a text reply. Check that out. So the reason I'm doing this around February and Valentine's Day, and although I definitely believe that Valentine's Day has a lot of propaganda attached to it, I do want to use this as a time to talk about love. And we do all want to manifest that perfect love, that perfect relationship. And let me tell you, in 2016, I was that person. I was the person who just got out of a narcissistic relationship and woke up to, like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, what is my life? And wanting to manifest this twin flame energy. And I felt really drawn to this twin flame. And I manifested this type of love in my life. And I'm telling you, it was like written everywhere. I had books and books and books of manifesting books. And it wasn't until I learned how to release what I wanted so badly, what I was manifesting so badly, until I learned how to release that energy from me. It was like the next day, I was met with like my mirror, my like twin flame in relationship. And I'm married to him now. We just had our anniversary yesterday on 2/2/2022. So this is real stuff, guys. And I know a lot of people say the twin flame journey is like a crock of shit where it's just kind of trying to get you to be the best you. It is trying to get you to be the best you. And it's trying to show you that you don't need love. But love does come into the picture when you least expect it. When you do not want it anymore, then it shows up. And it shows up in a way that you've never experienced before, because there is no codependency. You see each other, you mirror each other, and you see that you trigger each other to heal. And it does become a relationship where the two of you get together and you say, all right, I know that we are two different people and that we have two different goals or destinies or life paths, because let's face it, everybody has a completely different astrological chart. So how do you find two people that mesh that well? It really only has to do with your energy, people. Your energy, okay? And just think of it like this. We all vibrate at a certain frequency. Now, if my frequency is vibrating higher and faster than your energy or Joe's energy, then when we pass each other in the street, when we're doing our dailies, we're going to walk right by each other. We're not even going to make eye contact. We're not going to talk to one another, because we are not vibrating in the same frequency. It's like attracts like, people. It's law of attraction. So in a relationship, the reason you can just, like, one day you turn around and you're like, oh my God, so-and-so's looking really good right now. Like, what is it? Like, what's coming over me? Is there a love spell over me? Like, what's going on? And so when that happens, it's because, like, maybe in the past you and another person, this person Joe, maybe you guys were not vibrating at the same frequency back then, but now maybe you are. Now, when you get together, there's something that needs to occur. You guys need to have a conversation about this energy that is between the both of you and the fact that you both are vibrating together. Now, in life, if you want to make yourself better, if you want to grow and you want to be a better person, your partner has to do the same thing. One person can't stand still while the other person decides to grow. So you have to have that conversation of, like, are we going to do this together? We are two people, we're going to ride this ride together, but we are two separate, different people. And you have to realize that throughout the relationship. And I think even being married and having 4 children, I think the best advice that I can give you guys is to act like a single parent. Like, not relying on another person. And I know some people might twist my words and say, what do you mean you can't rely on your husband? But it's not like that. It's not like if I walk by the trash can and it's full, it's my fault. Like, always. Like, you can't put the blame on another person, because, like, if you were living by yourself, who would do it? You would. So, like, that's codependent behavior. All right. And that cannot exist in a relationship in order for it to thrive and have longevity. That's kind of why, we find relationships work for a short period of time and then it falls out there's no communication. You guys start to vibrate on different wavelengths, you know? Good morning, guys. How are you? Good morning. My name's Katie Maike. I am a psychic medium. I'm also an intuitive life coach. I have a master's in sports psychology, another in behavioral analysis. Today, normally I like to do the psychology route, but today we're going to learn about the moon phases. We're going to learn about how to manifest what it is you want, like the actual process, because there is a process. There's not just like wanting it, but there's an embodying the energy and a letting go of the energy that has to happen. I'm going to talk about how that correlates with like the moon phases. And I'm not saying that you have to exactly do it in this way, but like maybe if you notice the moon is a waxing gibbous moon and you say, oh my gosh, that energy means that I need to observe and align my energy with whatever is going on in my life right now. So just knowing that can kind of guide you and lead you. And then by the end, I am going to show you some amazing crystals that help with relationships. Okay, so I have like most of these crystals that I'm going to show you today are available through the link in my bio. This one is not, and it's just because it's super delicate. It would be hard to ship. But so a long time ago, I stumbled upon this granite shop, and in the granite shop upstairs, there was a little tiny room, and it was completely full of crystals. Like there were two guys that had owned a mine in Brazil, and they were a granite shop. They were mining for granite, but in this mine was all of these crystals, and he had them in an upstairs shop. So I would go there all the time and just look at them and try to pick them out. They didn't have them priced. They had no idea what they were doing. So I had gone there and I had ended up grabbing a few that I was really drawn to, and then later on just gave him like $500, and he was happy. I was happy. So I ended up getting some of these really amazing crystals. Now I'll talk about these at the end. I do have some special stuff to show you, some awesome magical energized wand that I've made, I created. This is for sale. There's only one, so I'll talk about this a little bit later. I do have a double terminated quartz that does have tourmaline matrix inside, right in the middle. So, and this is a rainbow obsidian sphere on the end. Super, super powerful. So I'm going to get into all of that. Let's do some readings. Please double tap on that screen. And all you have to do is say your name in the comments and I will read your energy. Okay. So we're going to start by messages from guides, messages from angels. Okay. Or messages from your archetypes. Okay. We talked about archetypes yesterday. Archetypes are also known as messengers or guides. Because remember, you can't remember, maybe you do remember, maybe it's time to remember, but you know, people will talk about death, and they talk about the afterlife or whatnot, and I feel like I need to remind you guys that it's like, coming to Earth is like going on vacation, okay? When you go on vacation, you go stay in this nice hotel, but when you leave, it's not like it's the end, okay? You're just going back home. And that's really what this journey is. We came from one place, a place of oneness, and we came here to experience things. And, you know, when we pass on the other side, we're just going back home. And then we sign up a new contract and we take on a new activity, maybe in another galaxy, maybe in another timeline, maybe in another planet, who knows? So the messages here are from those people, those energies that you knew before you came here, and they were like, okay, you're gonna forget a lot of stuff, but we'll be here to guide you. We'll send you messages, we'll send you signs in your external world and your internal world. So here we go. Okay, Portia, I've seen you. You've been on here since I've got on, girl. All right. I love the sunflowers. Okay, message from your guides. Okay, now I got that something about growing, and I feel like this, whatever it is going to help you grow as a person. I feel like it's going to help you develop like an entirely new persona of yourself, but I got be bold and make the first move. So there is some energy of something that you want, and I do feel like you have the ability to reach out a little bit more than you are to get it. And I just feel like you need to do that. You need to take another step instead of sitting and waiting, because when you sit and you wait, I feel like you're pondering back and forth like your own worth or talents in that way, if that makes sense. So just stop sitting and waiting. There's an energy of you needing to like push forward, okay? All right. And this would be like a waxing crescent moon, right? Or this is a cardinal moon, but it's in the same shape. So these these cards correlate to the type of moon, the phrase, the type of moon. So you don't exactly need the book to learn, which is what I like, but this has like all the full moons, all the astrological signs of full moons, all the astrological signs of new moons, and all the moons in between. They have the north and the south node in here. Okay, Bailey. Hello, Bailey. If you guys are just tuning in, my name is Katie Maike. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive life coach. I have a master's in sports psychology and other behavioral analysis. So here I am guiding you guys through a metaphysical movement that we are in. It's actually like the Great Resignation. You know that, right? It's a Great Resignation. So we are... I'm here to guide you. I'm here to guide you into the life that you've always dreamed of and you've always wanted. Now, this reading is for Bailey. All right, Bailey, message from your guides. Okay, I got like pick yourself up is right what they said right away, is to pick yourself up. Let's see. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, so if something has recently happened in your life and you feel like you saw failure in it, there's really no such thing as failure. There's learning, and there's growing, and there is achieving more. So, I mean, before this day, before here I am, Intuitive Healer 22, I mean, I tried so many different accounts, social media accounts, different things that I was doing, and none of them took off. One of them took off after a couple of years, but like it wasn't like each experience I had, I couldn't stop. Each experience I had to realize that taught me something, and I need to bring that moving forward and maybe learn from that and just become stronger and stronger. Nobody just ever succeeds the first exact time. And if you do, believe that you will learn lessons on the way down, okay? So this is your dreams need a practical plan. I do feel like you need to take the bull by the horns, sit down, start writing down some things, okay? All right, guys. So if you would like a personalized reading and you have questions about medical, fertility, career, finance, relationships, I do readings for people who are nonverbal. If you look on my TikTok page, I do a lot of missing people. I do a lot of motivational speaking. So that's kind of like what you guys might know me for. But as an energy reader, psychic, and medium, I can connect to those who've passed. I connect to your pets who have passed. And I use tarot and oracle cards. So if you go to the link in my bio, my name will like pop up right here. Click on that. You'll leave the live, but you can get right back to it by clicking on my face. You'll see it. It'll say that I'm live. Now there's 2 blue arrows. Click on those arrows. It'll take you to my page. Now on my page, you'll see the $16 TikTok reading. Let me make sure that that's up. Let me make sure that I change the price to that. Okay. Because I mean, you know, I do so many things, I probably changed it without even realizing it. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, it's $16. Okay, great. Yeah, so on my page, it's gonna look like this a little bit here, and you're gonna see this water bottle. It's first, and the reason that I have that water bottle there, oh my gosh, I love this water bottle, guys. If you have a hard time drinking water all day long, I don't work for this company. My mom just bought me this, and I just have to share it with you, okay? So it has the times of the day and where you should be during the day. So according to this, 10 a.m. I need to drink down to here to be on time right now. So I might do that while we sit here for a second. That got me to 11. Okay, I'll have to come back to that. But I have that on here, and if you guys want any of the products that you see here today, I either have an affiliate link or it's directed right to my store, okay? All right, so check that out. Let's get back to these readings. Kimberly S. Okay. I know I'm so bad at drinking water too. That's why oh my gosh, my mom came to visit me from Maine, and she came down, she brought that water bottle. I was like, oh my gosh, like I need that structure in my life, okay? In order for me to be like really, gosh, I can be a procrastinator really easily. Okay, and I don't want to be. So I need structure. I need a lot of stuff. All right, let's see. Okay, Kimberly S. Here we go, Kimberly S. Yeah, it was nice of her to, I didn't even know that she bought it for me. It just came in the mail the day after she left. Kimberly, adjustments are required. So here you have this third quarter moon, and a third quarter moon means to release and let go of something, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. So it really is talking about you needing to release some habits in order to get whatever it is that you're manifesting. Now, here's an example. You know how they say, like, someone could win the lottery and still be poor in 10 years? Well, this is why. Here's another example before I say this. I watched a video where it said, like, all middle-class families have a junk drawer. And they said that that is something that's created by the middle class mentality. But what I have to say is, like, what if that junk drawer, the idea of the junk drawer, is what creates the middle class? Because, like, you have this idea that you have to save stuff, that you have to hold on to stuff instead of just being able to get something new. So you can't expect a lot of money to come and stay in your life like you want if you still have that spending mentality, if you still have, you know, that even exchange of what is going out versus what is coming in. And I know what you say, like, well, if I pay all that off, then it'll change. Your habits need to change. Your mentality needs to change. And I've been trying to become a minimalist since 2018, and it's been 4 years, and we are about 3 months away from being on the road 100% of the time with 4 children and 2 dogs. So it's taken a lot of time. I mean, it literally started with getting rid of cable and getting Netflix. Like, that's how it started. I was like, okay, I don't need cable. I was one of those people, I had everything that everyone said you needed to have. And it took up so much of my money, and I couldn't figure out, holy crap, how am I going to make all of this money living at home? How am I going to make all of this money living at home and working at home to pay all these bills? And then something clicked in my head. You don't. You just have to lower your output. Then you don't have to make as much money, okay? Yeah, I mean, money might equal stress. So I'm going to teach you guys how to manifest financial freedom in just a little bit, okay? All right, did I do the reading? Yes, I did the reading for her. You got to let go of that stuff, okay? Let go, Kelly S. Yeah, I just did that for you, Kelly. That was for you. That one, I just release and let go. It's just a time for, like, you to release old habits that bind you or harm you or keep you sabotaging yourself. Okay? Yeah, we want to let go of that. All right, Dammy. Here we go. This is for you. And remember, if anybody wants a personalized reading, just click the link in my bio and you'll be directed to all of my video readings, my text readings, my Zoom one-on-ones. All right. Here we go. Dammy, here we go. I hope I pronounced your name right. Dayami. It's, okay. I got this time for you to heal. Okay, this is time for you to heal. And look at the moon. It's illuminated just a little bit. And that's telling me that it's almost like, think of yourself as a light beam, okay? And you're only emitting this much light. So it's telling me that you need a break from the person that you have become in the moment. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling sad, you need to take a break. You need to rest because your body's telling you, I don't like all of the stuff that's going on right now, of the person who I am, of the people I'm attracting. I don't like this and I want something different. So let's take a break. Let's kind of go within, and then we can kind of get an idea of what we want to envision our life to be, and then just kind of get up the next morning and go. Okay? So it is a time for you to sit back and reflect, and allow yourself to just reflect on yourself and your personalities and your needs. Okay? All right, guys. I'm telling you, I have some awesome crystals. I have some golden sheen obsidian crescent moons. Okay, can you see that golden sheen obsidian? I only have 4 of these left, but I have them available in the links. So I'll talk about these at the end, but if you're like, holy crap, I need that now, there's only 4. So check that out, okay? Let's see, someone is writing, so I booked a North Node reading with you yesterday, thank you, I sent you an email. Okay, let me write your birthday down, love. Okay. Yes, I sent you an email. Okay, let's see. Birth date. Thank you so much for contacting me. Okay. If you can just, I need to know where you were born, like the city and state that you were born in order to do a North Node reading. So let me just talk quickly about it. Send me a message through Instagram, okay? Send me a message through Instagram, Katie Maike Psychic. Send me that message and tell me like your birth date, time, and place, or you can send me that email back. I sent you one. So if you're looking for your North Node reading, let me tell you what we're talking about here. So I discovered what a North Node was, what my midheaven was, and I was able to combine those into figuring out what I'm supposed to do here on Earth, okay? Okay, I offered a reading yesterday. Now I have the same reading available. Okay, so just click the link in my bio. I made it available. Every time I'm live for the 2 hours, you'll get that price. So if you catch me live, then you'll get that $16 TikTok reading. So this is what I have to tell you. In your birth chart, you need your time, you need your the date, your birthplace, and your time. That's going to give me your astrology chart. Then when I look at your chart, I'm going to see your North Node placement. I'm going to see what house it's in. I'm going to see the energy of the astrological sign that it's in. Now, directly across, you're not going to see this in your chart, but it's 180 degrees across, and you're going to see like the opposition of it, which is your South Node. Now, your South Node is your comfort zone, the things you're really good at in life, the things you come here, some say from a past life. If you believe in past lives, I believe in past lives. So, coming from a past life and, the energy and where it was important to you. So for example, my North Node my South Node is Libra in the 12th house, and my North Node is Aries in the 6th house. So you can see they're complete opposites. Now, Aries stands alone. Aries is me, I, my, me, thinking about myself, doing things for myself, by myself. And Libra energy is like duo, teamwork, we, thinking about, the good of the group or the collective energy. The 12th house is spirituality, shaman, healers. So in a past life, I came to this world with those qualities of being a healer, of being a shaman. And I probably did it in a very like collective type of way. Thinking about the we energy, I was probably like out in the middle of the woods, giving seminars, living off of the earth, not being, being out in the middle of nowhere. I just feel like seclusion is like what I liked in a past life. Now, in this lifetime, I have to take that energy of what I was, and I have to bring it into a new segment of my life, where the 6th house, which is about daily living. It's about some work. It's about health, my personal health. And I have to do it with a me mentality, me. So when I started to like try to partner with people on projects, I found I had a difficult time. And then I looked at my chart and I was like, this makes so much sense. I'm an Aries in that area of my life. I can't do this with other people. And then I looked at my midheaven. My midheaven is in Leo. The sign is in Leo. It's MC in your chart. When you look at that, it says that, it says the energy of what people most know you the most for. Okay. What you're most well known for doing, the type of energy. It even could tell you some types of careers you would be really good at. And for myself, it's Leo, and there has like empowering energy. So I have my master's in sports psychology. I've been a motivational speaker, worked with a lot of sports teams. So, that fits me very, very well. So now I'm just combining that spirituality, everyday living, and that motivational aspect of my life into one thing. Here I have the Meta Movement. I go live with you guys. I talk about spirituality, anything metaphysical, trying to get you guys on a life path that feels good to you, whatever that is to you, whatever it is. As long as, we are not hurting another individual, we should be able to and be free to live the life that we want, whatever it is. And it's all possible, okay? You don't have to live the way that they say you do to get what you get. And those are all limited beliefs. We need to get rid of that, okay? If you guys would like some help with spirituality, I do have spiritual one-on-one coaching sessions. The link is in my bio. Just keep scrolling down and you'll see through the, you'll see in the video responses, you'll see for the like one-on-ones, Zooms. And this is personalized coaching. And I don't have classes out yet. And the reason is because I really want to see more people one-on-one and really find what the collective needs, because I do find that a lot of people have different abilities. A lot of people have different spiritual abilities, like whether you communicate with animals, whether you get visions, whether you physically feel ill, and you want to know how to use that in your everyday life. And you don't have to become a psychic or a medium like me. You could use your intuition in your daily work, okay? I don't have several TikTok accounts. I only have one TikTok account, and it's this one. I have a personal one, Katie Maike, but there's really not much on it, and it would have nothing to do with Intuitive Healer 22. It's something I started a while ago. So there are a lot of fakes with my name. Just one thing, let you know, if you're watching this live, if you're watching this on any, podcast or YouTube later on, I do not reach out to you to solicit you for a reading. It is your job to find me. I make myself available. It is your job to reach out. Now, if I reach out to you and I start a conversation with you, I'm not going to tell you that you need a reading, okay? I'm not going to try to give you discounts. I'm not going to use PayPal or Venmo or Zoom. I can't do that because the scammers do that. So I work through third-party companies like Hey Hero. I work through Snipfeed, which is the link that my website hosts, my Linktree hosts right now that I'm using, okay? You're starting to learn how to use your intuition. It's crazy, but it's so weird. It is, because you know what? You realized you've had this intuition your entire life, and it's just a change of perspective. All it literally takes is one person to validate what you're feeling or seeing, and then out of the blue, you gain this confidence, which why I brought some certain crystals out. There's certain crystals that are good with confidence, and I have a lot of Onyx here. Onyx is so good with helping to bring out that energy of confidence within you. Okay, I have like a moon and a couple stars that I'll show you a little bit later. All right, so stay tuned for that at the end. All right, that's what happened to you yesterday. Oh my gosh. So thanks so much for being here, guys. If you're new, if you're just getting in, my name's Katie Maike. I'm an intuitive psychic medium and life coach, and I have a master's in sports psychology and other in behavioral analysis. So I've kind of like combined my love of psychology and spirituality, and I'm here to teach you guys. So let's do some more readings, and then we'll get into the moon phases. You guys want to do some more readings? I'm using this Moonology Oracle deck. It's kind of a great price right now on Amazon, and I linked it in my bio. So if you want this deck, this is a brand new one, but you won't get this one, but you'll be redirected to Amazon. Okay. If you want to use this deck, I would recommend it. It's a teaching tool, not just an oracle deck. It's going to teach you about the moon phases, which are important when you manifest. Okay. Dana. Hi, Dana. All right. These are messages from spirit, messages from your guides, things you need to know or hear. All right, Dana. Okay, this is weird. Now, I feel like I don't want to pull this card because this has something. I'm getting this message about maybe you went to school for something, or this idea of going to school for something, but you have another passion. And I feel like like spirit wants to tell you to use that passion. It's almost like I see you going to school, but then you're going home and you're cooking and you're really enjoying that cooking. And this could come out as just a metaphor because I'm an energy reader. You may not actually be going through this. It's just how it explains your energy to me. So it seems like you're, nothing will come of the situation. So it seems like you're focused on something that isn't going to be fruitful, and your heart is in something that you don't believe could be fruitful. Does that make sense? You love to cook. Yay. There's something. I'm glad, Dana, you love to cook. Good. Okay. So that was a right on energy reading. Now there's something that I feel like spirit wants to draw you into that love. Okay. Draw you into that passion, because I feel like what you're doing, or what you've been doing, it was placed in your head a long time ago that would work. And it's just, I feel like you're chasing the idea that you were told that it would work. Okay. Does that make sense to you, Dana? I really hope it does. Okay. I'm glad I waited on this card. I feel like I would have thought it was something different. See, you guys got to listen to your intuition. Sometimes I see 2 cards in my head. Sometimes I see 3. That's how I know how many cards I have to pull. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, you have a shirt like that? This is so comfortable. I don't have to wear a bra that you can't even tell. And I nurse. So it's like super flowy and super easy to nurse in. I don't have to like pull out from the top. All right. So I'm sorry if there are any men in here that don't know what I'm talking about, or any women in here that don't know what I'm talking about, or any theys in here that don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. But like nursing and clothes are good. Like nursing clothes, you have to like be able to just whip it out at any time. And I like this shirt because it's different. Like it's almost like a tent for the baby. Okay. Camilla, welcome, Camilla, message for you. Oh my gosh. Sorry if you guys hear some crazy noise. I think people are doing my lawn today and they shouldn't be, because they should be doing it on Monday. Ooh, I'm like, what is that noise? I hear a weed whacker right behind my wall. Okay, be bold and make the first move. I feel like I saw this card already right when we started, right? There's this energy of you taking the step, okay? Reaching out. If you want to deal with someone, you want to work with someone, reach out to them. Actually, I saw you leaving your house when right before, I feel like, do you have a small dog? I feel like I saw a sliding door close. I don't know why. I saw a little dog and I felt like you were saying goodbye. So I feel like, I don't know if this has to do with just leaving the house or leaving, or if there's idea of traveling and going to get something, or traveling far to get something that you want. Okay. Hi guys, welcome in. I see a lot of you guys are brand new here. Hello. Hi, I'm Katie Maike. I am a psychic medium. I'm also an intuitive life coach. I have a master's in sports psychology and other in behavioral analysis. So I'm here to help, guys. I'm here to help guide you from a spiritual standpoint, from a psychological standpoint. I kind of mesh it so we can understand this a little bit better, because I do feel like this idea of spirituality just kind of came out of nowhere for us. It was like this, it's the Great Awakening, okay, and now we're followed by the Great Resignation, and we say to ourselves, what do we do now? All right. Hello, Amy. Message for Amy. Okay, it's time to take a breath. Okay, time to take a breath. It's time for you to release. I feel like, so it's a tight up feeling in my chest. Like this is physical. Like I'm getting a physical message for you. Okay, it feels like, you know, when you're like on edge, when you're like, and you hold your breath when you're on edge. That's how I feel. I need you to take, like, release. I feel like you come into so many of those moments where you're just like, like it's really easy for you to freak out instantly in those moments. But look, it is learned behavior from your parents. Okay, a mother or some figure around that was feminine, I feel like, was very reactive like that. And I feel like you maybe have a little bit of that. And I feel like you just need to take a breath out, realize your patterns, okay? Start to look at the behavior of like that freak out moment versus relax moments, okay? All right. I love this deck. Ooh, new moon, powerful changes. If you guys are interested, this is just the Moonology Oracle deck. I have this linked right up in my bio. If you want to guarantee yourself a personal reading, all you have to do is click the link in my bio and you'll find a TikTok special. If you are looking for something like more in depth, there's so many more types of readings that you can get. Just keep scrolling until you see something that you like, okay? And it's your mother. Thank you. And she said, thank you so much. And it's my mother. Okay, exactly. All right. So I'm an energy reader. The way that I'm able to do this is I connect with people through their names. I believe that there's a matrix of energy that we all come from, a oneness of energy, a oneness of consciousness. This is my true belief. And I feel like I can access your consciousness by going into this place and asking, but with your permission, of course, because you're asking me to do it. So you have intent as well. Whatever your intent is, it is combined with the information I'm receiving. So that's why it's really important for you to have intent in a lot of when you ask questions to mediums or psychics, or when you ask questions to oracle cards or decks, you have to have a very precise or a very motivated intent when you're manifesting, okay? Let's do one more. Pam, don't worry guys, we'll come back. I'm on here for another hour and 15 minutes. Pam, nothing is set in stone. Okay, look, this is the mutable moon. This means that, like, just because someone said so does not mean it has to be that way. Especially if this is how I feel. I feel like you tend to go with what a lot of people say is best, but you forget about you. And there is this energy of you being too fluent, too mutable. All right? Or maybe that's the energy that you are asking to embrace. Hold on. Let me see how... I'm seeing this as a picture, okay? It's almost like there's a lot of people around you, surrounding you, and then you're kind of in the middle. So I don't know if this is a feeling like people are ganging up on you, or do you feel like you're kind of separate or outcasted from people? I honestly, at this point, I would rather try to figure out my vision than this card. Are you here? Can you answer quick? Can you answer on here? As an energy reader, sometimes we see like metaphors of how someone is feeling. That's how I'm able to describe it as a clairvoyant. Like I'm not getting like words coming through, so I have to see a picture, and it's almost like Pictionary. Like I have to look at it and say, is this a metaphor for something? I just kind of feel like I see you separate from a bunch of people, and I got this sign of being mutable, which is like being fluid. And I don't know, do you feel like you're against people a lot of the time? Is that the energy that's coming through? You're in the house all the time. Okay. Now, okay. So there is this energy of people telling you what to do. This could be on a bigger scale. Okay. It could be like on a government scale. It doesn't have to just be close people, but there's this energy of people telling you what to do. And I do feel like you're just kind of listening and going through the motions in that way. And I feel like you find that there's no flexibility, but the cards are telling you to be mutable, be flexible in that way. And I do feel like there's ways that you can get out and do things that maybe you haven't thought of, or maybe you realize that fear is holding you in or holding you back easily. All right, guys. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about these moon phases, because I'm just going to tell you what they mean, and it's really important to understand the moon phases, because when you manifest during moons, you want to know, when is that manifestation going to come into the tangible world? When is it going to be fruitful? Okay, you said fear is for sure. Okay, it's so weird how it's coming through. Like I see you here, and there's like a V of people like in front of you. So whenever you would walk forward, it's like you're stalked by these people. And I feel like they're telling you things. And it's really causing you a lot of fear. It's causing you to be rigid. It's causing you to like do the same motions. And I definitely feel like there's this energy of you having to just let go and being a little bit more like kind of fluid with things, being okay with going against what these people say. Okay? Now, let's talk about the moon phases. Now, there's 12 moon phases. I'm going to go over 9 of them just because there's some we don't really talk about, or there's ones that are harder to see. I'm going to talk about the ones that we can actually physically see, because, you know, we start out with a new moon and we cycle in the first half of that moon into... we cycle into the full moon, and then from that full moon, we are, you know, losing light up until that new moon, which new moons don't have any light. Okay. So no, you know, manifesting on a exact day of a new moon isn't the best idea, but it is a good idea to start thinking of those things. It's a good idea to start fresh, to like, just kind of eliminate the clutter and have this new perspective. Now, when the moon starts to illuminate a little bit more and a little bit more, the more illumination, is, you know, the next couple days after that new moon, when the moon starts to get more light, that's when you want to start the intentions and actions and so forth. So let's start with this new moon. When you get a new moon, you see a new moon, what do? What's the energy? It's new beginnings. It's a time where you have an energy of setting new intentions for something that you don't have, something that you want. Now we're going to go over how to do this in a little bit, but I'm just going to be really vague as far as like manifesting. We'll just say visualizing. Okay. So, in this new moon, let's say you want to buy land. Now you want land, you want a home. Now during this new moon, you would start to think and visualize this property. It's important to know what new moon you're in too, because if you're in new moon in Capricorn, you want to know when this manifesting is going to become in this tangible world, and it's going to happen during that full moon in Capricorn, okay, which is usually like 6 months away. So there are cycles to manifesting. So if you're like manifesting something and manifesting and you're like, it's not coming in, it takes time. There's cycles, okay? And you can't sleep during a new moon. Like, there's a lot of people that have reactions to moons. I remember being in the restaurant business and always telling when there was a full moon. Like there would just be some bizarre kind of crazy behavior that would always happen during a full moon in like the restaurant business. Maybe it just has to do with the mixture of alcohol and the moon. I don't know, but there would always be some crazy stuff. So now let's talk. This new moon has no illumination right now. Now we have a waxing crescent, and that's very kind of similar to this shape that we have here. This is Mexican onyx. This is available. The link is up here. I have 3 of these available. They are 30% off right now, so you can run and grab one of these. It comes with a nice stand shown in the picture. I use this actually as a plate, okay, and I put candles on it, other crystals and stuff. So this waxing crescent is when you want to set your intentions. This is when you want to bring forth your hopes and your desires. You want to bring them into the world. You want to visualize them in the world. So like I said, once we start to illuminate this new moon, that's when we really want to start, manifesting. You haven't been able to sleep through the past few days? Oh my God, you're labor and delivery at the hospital? Oh my gosh, I thought that too. Like when I was giving birth, my last baby was born on 7/11, and there was a new moon that happened like a couple days before, and I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna go early? But I didn't. So everything is meant to be. But during this waxing crescent moon, right after this new moon, right when you start to see the light, it's kind of like seeing the light of a new dawn, seeing a light of a new world, of a new future for you. So think of it that way. When you start to see the light illuminate, a lot of us wait till that full moon, but it really starts to set it off when you're doing it in the origin of that new moon, in the energy of that new moon, because we have energies like new moons in Leos, and then we'll have a full moon in Leo 6 months later or so, okay? How can I do when I'm feeling mad energy at work? Okay, when you're feeling negative energy at work, I would suggest bringing black tourmaline with you to work, or amber. Amber absorbs negative energy, and black tourmaline repels negative energy. So I would do that too. All right. Now, we have a first quarter moon. So when you hear someone say something is waxing, we're talking about the shape. Okay. I'm sorry. Waxing is the shape before the full moon, and waning is the shape that occurs after the full moon. So if I say like waxing crescent or waning crescent, then you just know that waxing crescent happens before the full moon and waning crescent happens after. Okay. So, now when we see this first quarter moon, it's a quarter of the moon. This is time for us to start to take action in our daily life. I'm going to teach you guys how to manifest just after I go over these, just kind of the energies of it. So we have this new beginning, and then we want to set our intentions in the waxing crescent. Then the first quarter moon shows up, and we want to start to take action in our daily lives. So if I envision this minimalistic lifestyle, when the first quarter part of the moon is there, I'm going to say, all right, let's start throwing some clothes out. Let's start having some garage sales. And that's the action. That's the taking action part. After you take action, we have a waxing gibbous, and this waxing gibbous moon is going to help us to observe our behavior and align our energy with what we see. What have we been doing the past couple days? Like, are we aligned in every way possible with it? Like, is all my behavior aligned with the vision of my future? Am I still going to Walmart and Target every day and buying shit that I don't need? Am I Like, because that's not a minimalistic lifestyle. So this is where you want to start to align your behaviors and your thoughts with what you want for the future. And this is going to happen right before the full moon. So now we have this full moon. Now, full moons are a time of harvesting, plentiful, intentions and wishes from the past coming through. Now, a lot of people feel like, okay, it's full moon, I should get what I just manifested. And the answer is no. Unfortunately, it takes time. It's not just within a cycle of a month. Sometimes things that are small, they can come in a cycle of a month, but I'm going to tell you a majority of the things that you manifest, if it has to do with more than one person, okay, it is going to take approximately 6 months, even a couple years. It really depends on astrology. Honestly, it really does. And your behavior. Okay, you can't just rely on astrology. You have to want it. You have to do the work. So, now after you have this harvest moon, we do a wanting gibbous, which is a lot of introspection. We're looking at our life. We are turning inward, thinking about our goals and how they align with what our new is. Because now during this full moon, something new has probably changed. Something that you manifested. Let's just say we're in the Leo full moon right now. Is it Leo full moon or new moon? We're in full moon. Let me look. I'm so sorry. I didn't prep that. So let's just say that we are in a full moon of, let me see, what are we? Let me just stop saying and tell you. Okay, we're in the full moon of Leo, February 16th. Okay, now February 16th, this full moon in Leo, when I manifested in the last new moon of Leo, which I don't have that right now in front of me, but that is whatever I was manifesting back then, that is what's going to come into fruitfulness, into tangible life during that time. Okay, so now your life's a little bit different. You had a full moon, you have some new things coming into your life. Now it's time to, let's show gratitude. Let's be thankful. Let's see how what's new in our life is now coming together with our aspirations of the future. You want to let go and release all of that energy too, right before the next new moon, because that new moon is coming and that means that new energy is coming as well. Okay. Is that the same for all over the world? The types of moons, yeah, and the way and the reason the moons mean things. Now, before I get into telling you exactly how to manifest, it's only 5 steps. Okay. Only 5 steps to manifesting, and I'll tell you, it works really well. What is it when you feel like you're in trouble a lot? You probably got in trouble a lot when you were a kid, to the point where you are just very scared of making big moves and it having backfire on you, because your entire life you learned that doing new things came with a consequence, and it probably wasn't a good consequence, and you paired those two things over time. So now your brain automatically fears new experience equals negativity. So you have to go back and break that. You have to find the origin of that and break that and get rid of that. That's a lot of fear-based parenting too. If you do this, this will happen. Don't do this. The police will come and get you and take you away. Don't go across the street without looking both ways. You get hit by a car. It's those crazy, repetitive pairings that are causing you so much fear right now. Okay. I was just responding to, someone's question. Now, look, here's a good idea. You guys want to know why you should not manifest during an eclipse. Okay. What you should do during an eclipse, I'll just tell you right now, relax, calm the F down, calm down, relax, put your feet up, watch a movie, eat some popcorn. Okay. During an eclipse. Now, what is an eclipse? So a solar eclipse is always accompanied by a new moon, and a lunar eclipse is always accompanied around a full moon. Okay. Now, during a solar eclipse, the energy is, the moon is blocking the sun. Okay. So it's energy is destructive. We are blocking light. That is our source. So there can be a lot of destructive qualities or destructive things that happen around eclipses in that way. Now, for lunar eclipses, the earth is between the sun and the moon. So we can't see the moon because the earth is blocking it. So the illumination of the earth is not possible. We can't reach the moon. We can't see the moon. So when moonlight is being destroyed, like manifesting energy is being sucked away, if that makes sense, because the moon is our manifester, if you would say. Okay. Now, it's really also like accompanied by like the breaking down of systems or the release of things. I've always said that. So listen, guys, if you're manifesting, so let's just say in January 2nd, 2022, we had a new moon in Capricorn. Think about what you were thinking about and what you wanted in your life, what you envisioned your life to be like, what you wanted to get rid of. Imagine everything you were manifesting in that Capricorn new moon in the very beginning of January, like right around New Year's. Think about that. So the full moon of Capricorn comes to us July 13th of 2022. That means whatever you were manifesting in the beginning of the year, you're going to see the fruits of your labor. You're going to see your harvest during that full moon. Okay. So it's really important for you to, understand those cycles. And what I did was I linked a website that shows you all the full and new moons of 2022 so that you can say or see, okay, if I'm manifesting during this time, I should see results during this time. Okay. Oh, how do I stop focusing on my adult children's approval so I can grow into myself? Okay. So this is what I'm going to say, and this might feel harsh. I'm going to say I'm so sorry for it, but this is, it's the law of attraction. So they had learned that from somewhere. They had learned that someone was seeking approval somehow. There was a parent, they learned it through growing up. It was part of them. It was programmed, this type of where someone always tries to tell you how to do it better. Someone always tries to come in and tries to help you. You're not really left to succeed on your own. So when you're telling me that now your children, now you feel like you're seeking approval from your children, it's probably because they're sending back that same energy that was sent to them. Like they grew up in this world where that is normal. It's normal to help and try to do for people. And on the flip side, you have to think like, why is everybody trying to help me? Am I not good enough? At what point will they stop doing this for me or telling me that I can do it better? Okay. And really that comes from within you. And as a parent, you can't really tell your children anything. The only way that they're going to do what you want them to do as like good human citizens is if you show that behavior yourself. I can tell my kids till I'm blue in the face not to do something, but if I'm doing it, they're going to do it too. So I cannot live a Hippocratic life. So that's kind of what I have to say about that. Maybe some confidence has to be put into that. If you're looking for some confidence stones, I do have a lot of onyx here today. I have some onyx stars. All of these starfish are available. The link in my bio. It sends you right to my store, actually. These are my personal ones. So you're literally getting the ones that I'm holding. All right. If you're watching this later on YouTube, I'll make sure that I put the link up, but I can't guarantee that they will be there. All right. Okay, guys. I feel like I need a sip of water, and I also feel like I want to do some more readings for you guys. You guys want to do some more readings? Let's do that. Let's do this. Can you guys, why don't you tell me your rising sign right now? I want to see what you're going through, because when we think of like our signs, our astrology signs, I did it wrong for so long. I followed a Gemini. I'm a Gemini sun. I'm a Capricorn moon, and I'm a Scorpio rising. So I would always go by Gemini's astrology charts, and I feel like I was doing it wrong. It wasn't until like one of my favorite YouTubers, Maren Altman, like she was like, if you are following your sun sign, you are doing it wrong. And I was like, okay, let's try this. And let's follow my Scorpio rising. And like everything that she would say would be like on point, target. The things that she would say I would go through on certain days, it would happen. And I just, oh my God, she's awesome. I'll make sure I'll tag her down below. So if you guys want to go follow her, she's an amazing astrologist. She is really heavy into crypto and finance and stuff. And I love that she combines two things that she loves to do. And she's very successful at it. So you guys should follow her too. Definitely follow her. I follow her here on TikTok too. Her name's Maren Altman. So she probably has no idea who I am, but I love her content. So let's see. You guys, okay. So I started following my rising sign, and I felt so much more connected to that. So if you don't know your rising sign, you can always just go to astrocharts.com and you can get a free astrology chart, and that'll tell you your rising sign, okay? How do you find out what you are? All I know is that I'm a Leo. So if you think that you're a Leo, if you know you're a Leo, that must mean that you know that you're a Leo sun sign. Now we all have, there's a couple more signs like Venus and Mars that are important, but for like the majority of people who are just understanding astrology, some people just they kind of go right to their sun sign, which is like your sun sign is like your energy that you feel the most home in. So the energy you feel the most home in is I'll write her name down. It's not Marion Ullman, it's Marin. And I'm sure she has so many, she has to have way more scammers than me. Okay, she's Marin Altman, Altmen. God, I hope I spelled it right. Okay, there, I sent it to you. Marin, Marenaltmen. Oh my God, I hope I wasn't planning on this, so I hope I spelled her right, okay? She has like over 1 million followers, okay? That's how you know it's her. All right, there's so many. All right, it is Maren. It's definitely that. I watch her enough to know that. So, Astro Charts, ASTROCHARTS. All you have to do is put your birth date, time, and place in there, and it will populate a birth chart for you. And if you can't read birth charts, just scroll to the bottom, and you'll see it'll tell you like all the important signs at the top, and then it'll kind of go through any squares, trines, oppositions down below. It'll tell you your north node sign, which then you kind of have to figure out what your south node sign is from that. Okay. Oh, you're saying yours was Altman, Aultman. Yes, that is not the same person I am talking about, though. All right. Now, I have this deck. It's called the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And I just realized that I purchased it a long time ago. And I loved the pictures. I loved the images. But at the time, I didn't feel connected to it. But I feel connected to it now. So what I want to do is do some readings. This is from your light workers, okay? This this deck is available. The link is in my bio. It's kind of a more expensive deck for only having like a little cardboard box, and it doesn't have that many cards. But you know, the artwork is awesome, and I do feel like the energy of these cards are for a more heightened state of awareness. This is not for beginners. So if you're looking for something that's going to challenge you as an oracle reader, definitely get this deck. The link to this deck is in my bio. We're going to do a few of these readings. So if you'd like a free reading, all you have to do is say your name in the comments, and I will just intuitively choose someone. And if you would like a personalized reading, I do have a TikTok special going on. It's $16. The link is right in my bio. It's a video message response. You'll get that back within the next couple of days. I try to do it within 24 hours, but that's not always available. I do have a 7-day window. So please see that when you book that if I do get so busy, which I mean, it's happened many times in the past that it does take up to 7 days, but hopefully it doesn't right now. Okay, Stephanie, message from your light workers. Okay, so so this is telling me that your life is currently not aligned, and I do feel like you have light working abilities inside of you, and right now you're still kind of working with the fragments of your life to like pull them all together, trying to figure out who you are. And I feel like this nurturing energy, this nurturing aspect of you is really where you need to sit in the middle of it, but you need to realize who you're nurturing. Okay? Because I feel like when I say align myself, I feel like you're a good caretaker, you're a good nurturer, but for other people. And it's about time that you reap the benefits of your talents. Okay? You need to take care of yourself. Look at this. Do you feel like that sometimes? All right, Steph, you got this. Nadia. All right, Nadia, let's have a message for you from your angels. This is the Lightworkers Oracle deck. All right, so the ever unfolding rose. I need you to realize that life is happening for you. It's not happening to you. It doesn't go against you. Every experience that you have is learning. Every experience you have is important for the next moment. Everything that you go through was meant to be. There is a reason for everything. And the biggest thing that I feel like I have to tell you is that sometimes your experiences aren't for you. Sometimes you are meant to be part of somebody else's story. And sometimes you are not given the answers to why. And you have to be okay with it. And when you can learn to be okay with that, okay, just kind of like understanding that life just keeps happening and happening and happening and happening, like a rose that just keeps blooming and blooming. Like, it's happening for you, for an experience. Like, you came here for the experience. And I feel like maybe just let yourself go. I feel like you haven't let yourself go because there's a lot of fear about what will happen if you do this. It's almost like you making a choice or making a decision is fearful because you don't know the result. So that fear keeps you from even trying. All right? All right. Here we go. I hope you were able to resonate with that. I got a lot of images and it was so hard to go against those images because they're like metaphors and I want them to correlate, but sometimes just being in your energy, I like see things you're doing every day. Or as an energy reader, okay, like I started this journey as a medical scanner. I did medical scans. I did body scans on people to help with their health. And then I jumped into fertility because people were coming to me for so many medical or fertility problems. And from there, I realized I really had a gift when I diagnosed a friend with breast cancer and helped her. Basically she got a colonoscopy because I said I saw like yellow masses in like her uterus or pelvic area. And it turned out that she had two masses in her colon. So once we had that conversation, obviously there were a lot of tears. I can't believe that this happened. Holy cow. Thank you. I realized I had something inside of me that needed to come out. I realized I had the ability to receive information that people needed to hear. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this. It's why I'm a public medium now. I mean, I feel like I've been in the closet since I was 5 years old, but it's been about a year of being public and I've had such amazing success. I've met so many amazing people. So by chance, can you tell me what images you saw when you were reading me? I've like lost my train of thought at that point, like right now. Everything comes in so fast. I can't even tell you what card. Okay, I can't even tell you what card sometimes what I just read. I have to like let it go easily. But if you guys, if you want to like get a personalized reading, please. $16 TikTok special. I also have a Valentine's Day special. It's $11.11. And that's just because, you know, we all deserve love. We all want love, right? All right, Vanessa. All right. Oh, Lalaine, Starry. Okay, did you get my email? You booked a North Node reading and you didn't provide your birth date, time, and place. So if you could please check your email and respond, unless you did. I haven't been able to check it since I've been live. I see you on here, love. I see you just put your name in again. Lalaine, Lalani? Is that how you say your name? Lalani? Okay. Okay, so I need you to email me your birth date, time, and place for your North Node reading, please. Okay, created by icc@gmail.com. All right, perfect. Okay, now let's talk about manifesting, and then we're gonna get into some crystals, and we'll wrap this up by doing some more free readings for you. So please double tap on that screen, guys. Double tap. We're about 7,000 likes. Let's get let's get this up there. All you have to do is like hit it with your fingers while I talk about manifesting. There's 5 steps. This is all you have to do. You want to write this down? It's just 5 small steps, maybe not even, I'll just give you a word and you can just write that one word down and kind of understand what that means, okay? You don't have to write sentences. Manifesting, it can help you bring things into your life that are tangible, like property or financial freedom, which is not tangible, but property or house or a new car, whatever. You can help to bring in love or a new individual. I no matter how much criticism I will get, I have manifested a partner that was exactly like me, a partner that gave the same energy that I wanted to give. And the way that I got that energy was by releasing it and giving that energy first, being that energy to other people. And that way the universe was like, okay, this is the person you want. I'll attract you to this person. Beep, 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 beep. You know, instead of thinking about what we don't want, the universe is still going to send us to what we don't want because that's what we're thinking about. Okay. Okay. Does anyone know what house rising is? I believe your rising sign is in your first house. Don't quote me on that. I'm not super amazing with it, but like I'm trying to look in my head, like at my own birth chart, and I think mine is in my first house. So, but I mean, I know your sun could be your signs could be anywhere. I mean, everyone's birth chart's different. I know mine's in my Scorpio rising is in my first house, but that's me. Okay. All right. So 5 steps to manifesting. The first thing that you want to do when you manifest. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. So in your chart, it actually says ascendant. ASCENDANT. I'm not a big speller. Ascendant. I can't remember. I call it rising sign, but a lot of people, they call it that. Okay. Okay, great. So sorry. I'm telling you, I'm getting better at astrology. I am. I follow Marin, and I have this awesome Heavenly Bodies astrology deck that I use all the time. And the deck really helps me to learn astrology. So that link to this deck is down below. It's in my decks, not the decks for the show, but the decks that I have affiliate links to. If you just scroll my page a little bit more, okay? All right. So the first thing you want to do when you manifest is decide what you want. Okay, and I know, like, you're saying, okay, well, I know what I want. All right, good. You want a relationship? You want love? Do you want independence? What do you want? And I feel like whatever it is, if it's a feeling, it will come faster. If it's like an emotion or an energy, like you want financial security, you want, instead of saying like, I want to be rich, because rich is a very subjective word. And the universe might be like, well, you already are rich, like with love, with people, you are rich with friends. So you need to be like specific, but at the same time, something that is attainable, okay? Manifesting, and I'm not saying like manifesting $1 million in 1 month is not attainable. That's attainable, but you have to be willing to do the work at the same time and realizing that the bigger your goal, the longer it will take to manifest as far as cycles go, because of the amount of energy that you have. You might have to manifest multiple cycles to get land. You might not be able to manifest that in 1 month, but maybe you can manifest a new job in 1 month. Okay? Yes. Another one, someone just says you don't want it, you have it. Now, when you are visualizing, this is step 2, is visualization, okay? And this is the part where just what you said, you don't want it, you have it. Now, I had just created a video because someone asked me, like, how do you manifest something, law of attraction? Like, how do you give something that you want without already having it? And that is such a great question. Now, what you have to do is you have to think about let's start with affirmations, positive affirmations, because you just said it here. You want to say it like you already have it, like you already own it, like it's already a part of you. You want to be a badass, say you're a badass. You want to own land, say you own land. Okay, if you want to get a new job, say I have a new job. If you want to make sure that you have no problems with your finances in the future, say, I have financial freedom, but I have it. Like it's something that's already part of you. The reason that you have to make your statements that way is because psychologically you're trying to convince yourself that you already have what it is that you already have what it is that you want. Okay. And when I say that, it's because the law of attraction and what you believe is going on inside of you, imagery, the images, the belief, the projection of your perspective, that is going to emulate, it's going to mirror your environment one day. And when you embody what it's like to already have something, it comes with emotions, it comes with feelings, it comes with visualization, and you can actually trick your body into thinking that you already have it. So then your body starts to make the necessary changes, or your energy starts to admit those necessary changes for you to align yourself with what it is that you want. Okay? Now, the next thing we have decide, visualize, and then I say embody. Now we just talked about embody for me is an emotion. You have to believe it so much that you cry because you have it. I mean, you can imagine, you say to yourself all the time, when I get it, I can just imagine myself breaking down and crying because I've wanted it for so long. You need to do that before you get it. Okay, I had an exam as a teacher. One time I had to pass this history test for Florida. And let me just tell you something, Florida history is not the same as history in other states, okay? I'm not from Florida, but the history that I learned in Florida is not the same history that I learned in Maine. It's insane. So by trying to pass this new test, I had to pass 4 times. I had to take this test. I paid $300, $400 every time. Now, the very last time, I finally changed my methods of studying because we know the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and it's not working out. So I had to change something. So on the very last time, the day before I went to take the test, I sat and I meditated and I told myself I passed the test, and I said it over and over and over and over until I believed that I literally already took the test and didn't have to go take it and that I passed it. I believed it. I cried. I expressed those emotions. I allowed my body to feel the emotions of what it would feel like to pass that test, the relief that I would feel when I passed that test. And I was able to remember that feeling and then bring that feeling back all the way up to taking the test. And yes, I did pass the test on the 4th time. Now, the same could go for land. In a good way, a lot of people are like, well, what does it feel like to own property if you've never owned property? This is a good trick that I use. Watch movies. Watch movies that have themes of the things that you want to build in your life. So for example, I keep going with the house and the property because that's what I want. And I've watched the movie Peter Rabbit. Okay. And in Peter Rabbit, somebody gets an inheritance. They get an inheritance of property and they have this huge garden and all this stuff. So what I did was I watched the movie and I pretended that when someone said, you're inheriting this property, that they were talking to me. I pretended that someone was saying that what I was seeing on TV was mine. I embodied it almost like an actor or an actress would do it. I became that person. I became that emotion. And once I was able to experience it one time, then I was able to bring those emotions back every other time until I was literally looking at it in front of me. Okay. Whether it was a new job or, whatever, a feeling of financial security or a house or a relationship, whatever, vacation, okay? If you want, if you're having problems in your current relationship, don't manifest something like, I want us to get along. Just manifest, just say we cooperate well, we communicate well, we create well, whatever it is that we work together well. So or I attract creative people. I attract loving people. I attract caring people. So you want to say those things and embody it. Now, the next thing that's going to happen is you're going to get so attached to those manifestations because you embodied it, you visualized it, you became it. So you're going to get so attached to it. You're going to want it. You're going to think it's coming every single day. You're going to look for it. So the next thing that you're going to have to do is start to align your actions. You're going to have to say, okay, well, if I want this property, what do I have to do? Do I have to lower my bills so I can save more money? Do I have to stop buying, consumer buying, just bullshit and crap at the store all the time? What do I have to do? Do I start eating at home more? Like, what do I have to do to make sure that my actions are aligned with my goals? Okay? So after I do that, the next thing is so important. You guys need to listen to this. The very last part of manifesting is the most important part of manifesting. It's the surrendering part. It's the part where you have to let go and you have to say, if this does not come into my life, I will be okay. You have to release that energy, release the need for it in your life. And I know what you're saying, but Katie, you just manifested it. You just said you need to want it. You need to believe that you have it and that it's part of you. Yes. But because you worked so hard to manifest it, now you've created this really needy energy that you want to have it in your life. And that energy of wanting or needing is a holding back energy. And that's the universe is going to hold back too. So what you need to do is you need to release it, let it go, have it not have that needy energy onto it, and just allow the time and the moon schedules to really help allow it come in when it's supposed to come in. Okay, so here's an exercise you can do. And I did this with my twin flame, and the next day my twin flame came in, and I'm not even lying about this. I'm not going to say it's going to work for you this way, but once I did this exercise, I do it for everything, okay? So I really wanted my twin flame to come into my life. I said, I am ready for that relationship. Like, I've worked on myself so hard. I've come into my gifts. I'm being creative every day, and I really just want that love. I want to experience that love that I've never experienced before. And I remember I was thinking that my twin flame was someone. It was someone specific, but really it was all the energies that I wanted in my twin flame. And I was like, okay, could it be that person? Could it be that person? So instead I had to just eliminate the idea of it being a person and it just being an energy. That's the first step. The next thing I had to do was I had to close my eyes and imagine myself to be like 90, 100, 120, whatever, whenever you think you're going to pass away. Be that old. Okay, imagine yourself being 90 years old and that person never coming into your life. Imagine that person never having a relationship with you. And imagine that everything is okay. Imagine you still have children, if you do or not, if you want them or not, that you still have the home, you're still comfortable, you were still successful, you still have everything and you're okay. And once you realize and you sit in that headspace and you're like, okay, well, I mean, yeah, let that go. I guess, I'll be okay if it doesn't come in, and just let it go and forget about it. And then wait for miracles to pop up when you least expect it. All right. Hey, Steph Groth, I see you in there. Don't worry. I sent you an email. I hope you got it. I'm going to redo that energy reading for your mom. I don't know if you do have an energy of a grandmother who has passed and that's what was happening, because you did see the confusion on my face, but there was like going back and forth, I felt like, with two images. So I'm going to resend that energy reading to your mother at your email. Okay. So coming here, what do we do when we get a reading and how much does it cost? All right. Hello. Thank you so much. My name is Katie Maike. I am a psychic medium and intuitive life coach. I have a master's in sports psychology and another in behavioral analysis. So I have a link right up here, and it's a TikTok special. Anytime I'm live, I do a reading for $16. It's a 1 to 2 minute video response according to whatever explicit question. Make sure your intent is in there. Okay. If you're vague with a question, you'll get a vague answer. That's just how it works. Be specific, you get specific answers. Now, I'm not saying that I can lock down timing when you're saying, well, when will this happen? Sometimes your energy, it really depends on your energy. So I might get a specific time frame, but it might happen a little bit later or before, but it depends on you. So thank you so much. She's amazing. Spot on with her readings. Thank you so much, Steph. Thank you. So, if you guys head to that link, you'll see different options. If you're a text person, you just want to text, you can scroll through the text options. If you want a video response, you can scroll through the video response options. If you want to book a one-on-one with me and we're talking on Zoom like this, you can do that as well. Okay, so there's all kinds of options, different prices, meet your needs. Can you feel anything when someone sends messages? Oh yeah, definitely. When we're doing readings here, when I do readings free for you, I ask you to put your name in, and I'm a psychic who connects to people's names. So when I do an energy reading, basically occurs the second I say someone's name. I get a visual of either something that's going on in their life, something that's like metaphorical, or actual something that's going on in their life. And From there, I technically kind of just choose a card or go with my intuition on where the message should go. Like, why did I see what I saw? There's a reason I saw what I did. There's a reason that Spirit sent me that image. It must be connected to your reading somehow. Okay, so a lot of us have abilities and a lot of us are clairvoyants, but a lot of us were never told that the visions that we see are clairvoyant visions. Okay, and that's, I think that's part of the problem. We all have the ability. Some people are just gifted more than others. And thank you so much, guys. You're asking because last year your mother passed away and no one told me she died. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That is kind of shitty. I'm not going to lie. That's really shitty. Well, I mean, you can't be upset with your mother, but, does someone wear her ring on their necklace? I don't know how close you were to like the rest of the family because you're saying this now, but I just saw like a necklace and I saw like a ring on the necklace, like a ring that you would wear on your finger. Sorry, I just need to refuel my water. This is a long show. It's 2 hours, guys. I have 2 hours. This is an awesome motivational water bottle. It keeps me hydrated throughout the day. If you really want one of these, the link is in my bio. I'm just offering it to you because this rocks, okay? Some people close off their gifts because they are scared. Definitely. My gifts were closed off for a long time because I was afraid of what they would look like. I was afraid that they would overwhelm me. Everybody comes to me, no joke. People come to me and they say to me that... Isn't it? They say to me, like, what does it feel like to not be able to turn off your abilities? And what I have to say to them is like, I spent my whole life turning them off. I spent my whole life shutting off my abilities. What do you mean? I know how to turn them on now. I know how to turn them on whenever I want to. It was the opposite for me. For me, it's not like one day I woke up and I was like bombarded with all these abilities. I had it my whole life and I hid them. I hid behind a shy girl, someone who was shy, someone who didn't have any talents except for like athletic talents. You know, like I was told I couldn't sing. I was told so many things about myself and I was really kept in this box. And then I realized I was so drawn to psychics and mediums. I was so drawn to it. And I said, I know I am a healer. Like I know I'm one. One time I went to a psychic medium and she looks at me and she goes, do you know you're a healer? Like you're very powerful. And I looked at her like, okay, all right, whatever, you know. And I really started to try to figure out what the idea of a healer was. Like, what is a healer mean? And I was like, okay, maybe I heal with my words on a daily basis. And she's like, okay, maybe that could be it. And I was a teacher at the time. I didn't really know. And then, you know, the next couple of years, it wasn't really until I discovered tarot that I realized that my own psychic abilities were stronger than any tarot card I could ever pull. So how do you know when spirit is around you? Okay, so I did a video last week about understanding your like clairaudient abilities. So how do you know when spirit is around you? Okay, so I did a video last week about understanding your like clairaudient abilities. Or clairvoyant. So a spirit could be around you when you see them in your third eye, when you see them in your visions, when you feel them, when you feel their presence, when you think of a random memory of them and it comes out of nowhere. A spirit could be around you if you smell something in the third world, like smell a smell, or if someone's trying to communicate with you through feathers or pennies or anything like that. So how do I start my abilities? Okay, so your abilities are already started. They're already a part of you. You just have to recognize them, and you have to recognize them as abilities. And a lot of people aren't going to do that until they get some type of validation. So the best thing that I have for you is, well, first of all, you don't lose your gifts. Okay, nobody loses their gifts. What they do is they lose sight. They lose sight of it. Okay, that's it. They're always inside of you, all right? Just like basketball, just like a sports ability, okay? Michael Jordan may not be able to pick up, maybe hasn't picked up a basketball for 20 years, but I guarantee you put that back in his hand, he knows how to do it. He knows how to do it. It feels familiar to him. It's already part of him. So we got to look at psychic abilities just like athletic abilities, okay? We don't give credit to our intuitive abilities. Like think about how much we're willing to pay athletes. We pay athletes for their physical ability, yet we do not, I mean, like, think about it. And, I get so much slack for people saying, oh, you get dimes, and oh, that's not what I'm saying, but somebody just wrote that they get dimes and stuff from Spirit. I get feathers. So, like, I have a lot of people that are like, I can't believe you're charging. Like, you know how much work it took to develop this? It's not like I just woke up one day and I was like, I'll pick this as a career, like, no. Okay. So now, how many people are working on relationships? Hello. You smell lumber. You saw dust a lot. You think it's your dad. Exactly. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, stuff like that. So if you guys would like to book personalized readings, please click the link in my bio and you can get those readings returned, either a video message, text, or book a one-on-one with me. The options are all available there. If you click right on the top, you're going to see a TikTok special. That's $16. If it's something that you want a little bit more in-depth reading, please just keep scrolling sideways and you will see more readings available. Okay. And those will be returned by this weekend, especially if they are done today. There is a 7-day window. Right now, I can't guarantee 24 hours, but I can guarantee they will be done in at least 3 to 4 days. Okay. So, book that right now if you guys want, to check that out, if you're interested in it, or you can just follow me on Instagram, Katie Maike Psychic. I have about like 920 followers right now, somewhere around there. So that's how you'll know it's me, unless someone is seeing this later on and trying to scam you and has 920 followers then. But please just look at my account. I have all the scammers on my account, so you can look and see which people are not me. I don't get a lot of help from Instagram. I don't get a lot of help from TikTok. At least I can block on TikTok and they can't steal my content. But guys, like, isn't there some legality? Like, I swear I remember when I signed up for Instagram, they were like, you promise to post original content, and if you don't, you might be removed. Like, why can't they remove all the people stealing my stuff? Okay? Yes, scammers are working hard but it's not, but I mean, guys, think about how much bad karma. Think about how much bad karma scammers are giving themselves. Think about that. Like, you gotta feel bad for them. You got to feel so bad because they probably learned this. They probably have no idea that they're even stuck in this negative lifestyle. It's just insane to me. Okay. Now I want to talk about, I'm going to show you guys a couple, things that I have available if you are looking to get into crystals a little bit more. This is, golden Sheen Obsidian, and this is in a crescent moon. Both my moons, I have 30% off right now. So if you want to check this out, I have 4 of these golden Sheen Obsidian moons. This is, obsidian is like a natural volcanic rock. So it's kind of like glass, or the texture, or, if you see it raw, it might look like a huge chunk of glass. So, to get this to be black and have this gold sheen is amazing. So check that out. The link is above if you want to get one of these. And then I have 3 of these available. These crescent moons. I use this as a plate, but it'll also come with a stand. Okay, so you can stand it up if you'd like, but I use it as a plate and I put like little stones and stuff on here. I put my cards on here. This is Mexican onyx. Mexican onyx is like the stone of confidence. Okay, this is like your halo. Okay, this is like half of your halo, guys, and helps you smile. So I have 3 of these available, just 3. Okay, 3 of these available for you, and I'll show you a couple more pieces of onyx that I have in case you don't really like the moon. Okay, I do have some stars, some starfish. Okay, this one's like more of a white creamy color. This has some red and some tan. This one is tan and clear. And then I have this one that's like red and spots of white. Okay, so if you like this, stuff and you don't know where to find stuff like that, you can check that out. I'm not saying you have to, but I thought I would make it available just because I'm talking about it right now. Okay. Now let's talk about crystals, because crystals can be used to help you in relationships. They can help to amplify anything that you're manifesting. If you want to become a healer, having some type of healing crystal is that will help to emit your energy to another individual, this is going to be important. So I'm going to go over a couple things. They wanted $500. What? They told me they can remove the blockage to bring my soulmate to me. Oh goodness. Well, you have the ability to book your own, I'm just book your own. You have the ability to unblock your own things that are keeping your soulmates from coming to you. Now, let's talk about soulmates and tantric twins or twin flames really quickly. Soulmates, you can have so many soulmates that you signed up to meet in this lifetime. So if you've met people or had relationships with people and you met them and you feel like they feel familiar to you, and maybe they don't stay in your life, they could be friends, they could be love relationships or dates or just a boss or someone like that. Those are soulmates. Those are people that signed up in your soul sacred contract. You sign up to meet down here on earth to push each other through something. Okay, so soulmates usually have a rocky kind of relationship. Soulmates are they catapult people forward. They usually leave one person behind, I'll say. Now, a twin flame or a tantric twin would be considered like two people who emulate each other's souls. This would be the ideal of what people say my forever person, the person that you were meant to be together, someone that you were probably together lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes with this person. So what crystal is good for opening your gifts? Kyanite. I don't have any right now, but I'll tell you how I discovered Kyanite. My husband's name is Brian, Bryan, and my name is Katie. And he thought it would be fun one day to see what our name would be if we combined our name together, like the cliche Brangelina crap. So he put our name in, and the word Kyanite came through, Kyanite, and it's a stone that's like light blue. It's full of matrix, but it has this energy of twin flame energy, and it has the energy of excelling your abilities. It's light blue, so it helps your throat chakra and your third eye, and it does not hold negative energy. So check out Kyanite. Blue Kyanite is going to help the top portion, any blocks or abilities as far as like speaking and your third eye, having visions. Black Kyanite would be more grounding energy. It might help you to reprogram your root chakra. Okay. Moldavite. We can't talk about Moldavite today. That's a different episode. I love Moldavite. I sleep with Moldavite under my pillow. I use Moldavite whenever I want to excel myself forward. So Moldavite, yes, Moldavite is some scary stuff, and Moldavite is like sitting on the catapult and being shot over. Yes, I love Moldavite. But let's talk about some crystals that you guys could have already and you may not even know. And the way that I figured this out or found out these twin crystals, tantric twin crystals, is I would go on Amazon and I would buy like a 10-pound bag of clear quartz, and then these beauties of twin crystals would just be mixed in. And I'm like, oh my God, these are so gorgeous. So tantric twin crystals or parallel contact twins, these crystals are they're more rare, and these are like when 2 points are parallel. Okay, let me show you an example of some small ones. I used to wear these as jewelry to help with my twin flame relationship. Now, when you're looking at a crystal, literally try to find like a metaphor for what the crystal would mean. So if this is a smaller point than this one, so maybe this is a mother and child or a parent and a child, and they want to bond. Okay, something that is old, like someone that is older versus someone who's younger. So as you guys can see, like this crystal shares like the same base, but when they grow, they're not growing as two separate crystals the entire time. Like one matrix is inside the next. Okay, let's see. Do I have this one? This one is a little less visible. These are more like, I know this is white, but these are like a little less noticeable. Like these are more of the same size. So maybe these could be like two people, a relationship of some sort, two people more on a level ground. All right. Let's see, I have this one here. All right. Now we also have crystals that form as like other twins, and if they're not parallel, we would call them cyclotwins, and you'll see them on like, as much as you would think that this is parallel, it's not. This is off to the side a little bit. Can you see that? See how that's off to the side? This is a Veracruz. This one as well. See how that comes right off of the side there? So this might be relationships where two people are going in two different directions, and we need to heal that. All right. I have another crystal here. This would be more of like a penetrating twin cyclo. And see how I have two parallels right there? But I also have one crystal that's coming between them. So if you have a relationship where maybe it's like a family, a new family, and there's children that maybe are coming between the parents, we would probably want to get this crystal to help with that relationship, because it's just like, you can see, it almost looks like patriarch, matriarch, and then someone kind of splitting them apart down the two, and we want to heal that. Now, it is common that if you get a crystal like this for a purpose, or one of these crystals, and it breaks, it generally means that whatever you were going through has been resolved, okay? Does it matter if the crystal is lab created versus real? I believe so. You want to know why? Intention is everything. And that's all I'm going to say. Okay. If you guys, I do have this available. I'm selling this crystal. I don't want to sell it because it's so beautiful and I got it in such a special way, but I know someone needs it. The link is in my bio. You can just go find it at the products index for today's show. Okay. The link's right up there and you'll see that. I'll leave that up for the rest of the day. So I only have one of these. Okay. Let me show you another, crystal that I have that we just call it like polysynthetic pseudomorphism. This is a amethyst. Now we know amethyst has to do with intuition. Amethyst has to do with clarity of mind and rest and relaxation. Check this out. A lot of people say placebo. Okay, placebo is true. I'm not saying it works here, but the placebo effect has been proven real. And I mean, I could tell you study after study where the placebo effect has been proven real. So whether you believe it or not, I mean, there is science though. So I'll tell you the science between energies. Now a crystal has a chemical structure that is more solid than us humans. And us humans have a very fluctuating energy. Now, because of the matrix of the DNA structure of crystals, they have a stronger structure. So they're going to emit stronger energy. Now, as humans, we fluctuate. So what we do is we use crystals to align ourselves with that energy. Now, how do you know what a crystal does? Well, we also have chakras, and those emit certain frequencies that are very similar to light frequencies. And that the reason we can see different colors and different lights is because they vibrate at a certain frequency. So if you have something that is purple, it is going to correspond with the colors or the area that you emulate, or that you, your energy is purple, which would be your third eye, might be your throat chakra, somewhere in here. So what we are doing is we are aligning ourselves with that type of energy, but this can also just serve as a physical reminder, which is kind of what the placebo effect is that you're looking at this and it's constantly reminding you of the wedge that is being thrown in between you and that relationship, and it's pushing you to change. Okay. So you can approach this from whatever way, but as long as you believe in the method that you're using, it will be productive, whether or not this is the placebo effect or not. Okay. And I feel like I have to say that just because I study a lot of psychology, and I've seen so many studies where the placebo effect has been proven. And honestly, I mean, I think that's great. I don't think we need to prove it in order to still help ourselves. So one more thing, guys, I want to show you before we go, and I'm going to do a few more readings the last 10 minutes. So let me just show you this amazing wand I made. It might help you as well if you are a healer, if you're someone that is looking to align your chakras. Okay, so here's a wand I made. It is a base selenite. So there's a selenite stick that is the base of this. And right here in the center where the energy between this, it's a rainbow obsidian sphere and a Brazilian clear quartz at the point. So we know that wherever the quartz points is where we want the energy to go. Now, I have this double terminated point. A double terminated point sends energy in both directions. In the middle of this is a matrix of black tourmaline. It absorbs negative energy. Okay? So I have one of these available. It is really good priced, okay? Because I make these because I love making them. I personally put my energy into this while I made it. So I have one of these available. If you do want to purchase this, I can't guarantee it'll be up long. Like I said, I only have one of these. Okay, but it does have a lot of powerful crystals. And when you look at the description, it describes kind of what the reason why I put these crystals. It was intended. I put these crystals here with intent based. Okay. All right. Let's do some readings. We have 10 minutes. Now I'm going to show you guys this chakra deck that I got. You can do this too. Okay, because understanding your chakras are really important. Now, you can use this deck in two different ways. You can use it just for the color. You can use it just for the word. But I like to use this deck to see what area of your life, what chakra is unbalanced, okay? Next week, I'm going to show you how to start the visualization and the visualization of your chakras and how to do work for other people, how to tell other people what chakras are blocked for them and what that means, okay? So if you are looking to supplement your income as a spiritual healer, tarot reader, etc., you want to find what works for you. If you read auras well and you want to stick to that, do it really well. If you can visualize people's chakras and you can tell people instantly what chakras are out of balance, do that. Okay, this is a deck that I picked up after I was already doing visualization work with chakras, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Let me see if this will help me on a daily basis. So I would say that if you're a beginner, this will help you. Okay, if you're advanced, rely on your visions, rely on your intuition. Okay, or you can use a pendulum. All right, Brittany Ray, abundance. So there's this energy. Look at this abundance card. This is telling me that you have a block of abundance, and it has to do with your self-worth because it's yellow. So this is our solar plexus. So your solar plexus, your self-worth, there's something along like way back in childhood that's telling me that you once developed a comparison to money. And I'm not saying someone compared you to money or value, but it might have come across as like you wanted something or you wanted to do something and it was really heartfelt and someone was like, we don't have enough money for that. It's not worth that. It's not worth that much money. And just by saying that, you've paired this self-worth to money. Like, are you worth it? And a lot of mediums and psychics come out of this energy too. Okay, so it's very possible that you have psychic abilities that you're just waiting to blossom, because understanding your self-worth and then charging for it is like one of the hardest things to overcome. I'm telling you, it really is one of the hardest things to overcome. So so good luck with that. Let's look for that abundance and where you made that wrong connection from childhood. Okay. All right, Lisa. Impatience. Now, the impatience comes from a frustration. The impatience comes from the frustration from you being a little, okay, I see you as a little child, and I feel like you can't communicate what you want. Like, you cannot communicate your needs effectively. It's almost like you can't control your emotions. You can't express your emotions. So now there's this energy of you not being patient with yourself, not being patient with your emotions. Something goes wrong instantly. It's like like in the moment kind of is what I'm feeling. And I feel like there needs to be more patience with understanding your emotions in the moment, even if they come at you all at once, taking a breath and really listening and figuring out where they're coming from and finding the origin of where they originally came from, because these are just defense mechanisms or coping mechanisms that you learned when you were younger. Okay, our chakras are always connected to things in the past. All right. So yeah, if you guys saw anything that you liked and you want to purchase, all the decks are affiliate links. All the crystals are my personal crystals. So for example, if you want this Look at this. There's 3 points on this. This is a triple tantric twin. I don't know if anyone's in any poly relationships out there, but if you are in a poly relationship with 2 other people, this is the stone for you. Or if you are in a group, like a spiritual group with you and multiple people, this is something that will help the intuition or evolve the intuition of that group. Okay, can you see those points on there, guys? All right. How are those decks on your site? Let me see. Are those decks... Oh, I keep losing it. Are those decks on your sites as well, the ones you are using now? Yes. All the decks that I'm using today is right under the TikTok special, and it says products and decks, like today's products and decks. And everything that I used in today's show, or I have in today's show, including the wand, including the crystals, and the crescent moons, and all the decks that I've used so far are in there. Okay? Perfect. I tried to make it super easy by being more organized before I got it on for you guys. All you have to do is click this link here. If you want to go right to the website, it's snipfeed.co/Katie Maike. Okay? Snipfeed is SNIPFEED. Then a period, and then the letters CO/Katie Maike. Okay? All right. So let's do a couple more with this chakra deck. So this is what this deck looks like. If you're going to find it on my my link up there, that's what this deck looks like. Okay? Here we go. Monique. Here we go, Monique. All right, message for you. Oh, I pulled 2. Okay, so balance and release. So this is, look at these cards. Look at these cards. Did you find that you were always in between 2 people? And I feel like this is an energy of balancing yourself. And I feel like it's releasing the fact that you don't have to hold people together. You are not the glue. Okay, so there's an energy of you stepping out and releasing yourself from the hold that these people have on you, especially if you feel taken advantage of in situations like you're always giving a lot more and your energy is draining. Release that. It's not good for you anymore. Okay. So the site, yeah, let me write it to you. I'm going to write you. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, come on, manage, write. I just want to write to you. Why is this that difficult? Here we go. Okay. snipfeed.co/Katie Maike. Send. Okay, there we go. Okay, you got it. Okay, the link's also right up here, Intuitive Healer 22. Okay, you can click that. And then my name will pop up here. You have to click it again. If you want to come back to the live, click on my face again. Okay? All right. Yvonne. And remember, guys, if you want a personalized reading, please click the link in my bio. I have a TikTok special. That is only available for 4 more minutes. Then the price increases. So why don't you go over there right now and get that, because I've got about 1 reading left to do. And then I have some one-on-ones this afternoon. I'm so excited. All right. So here we go. Did I pick a name yet? Did I pick a name? Yvonne. Did I pick Yvonne? Oh my God. Someone tell me what I picked. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yvonne, here we go. Insecurities, Yvonne. And I feel like it really has to do with outside, loving other people and letting people love you too. You need to allow people in. If you can't take a compliment, then that's a clear sign that you need some heart chakra work. Okay? You need to figure out why you're insecure with. There are things, okay? And I would say they're small things, but you don't need to feel insecure about them. These are fine traits. They just may not have fit in a long time ago, and you may have hid them into your shadow self, and now it's time to come out, okay? What needs are not being met for you? And that's a huge question that you need to ask yourself. Okay? All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. This is the Meta Movement. My name is Katie Maike, and I'm so happy that you guys were able to join me for this live event. If you want to catch the replay of this, each weekend I upload the 3 lives for that week. So by Sunday, you should see these 3 episodes that I aired this week, along with last week's episodes. If you guys want my email, it's createdbyicc @gmail.com or intuitivehealer22 @gmail.com. I have both emails. Okay. So, oh, you missed me? Don't worry, you missed me. I will upload the replay onto YouTube, and how you find me is you just go to the link in my bio and go to my snip feed link, go all the way to the bottom, and you will see it says the Meta Movement Live, Katie Maike. It'll take you right to YouTube to all my videos. Okay, thank you so much for being here. All you love listening to me. I loved chatting with you. I loved being here with you guys. You guys, I mean, in this day and age where we can't be social, this is second best to me. So please join me every Tuesday through Thursday. We're going to talk about something metaphysical. We're going to talk about something that enables you to get a little bit closer and more in depth with your own psychic abilities. You can always book readings. There will be specials during the live events. And you know, we're just here to learn. We're here to have fun. We're here to learn. And I really hope and encourage you guys to reach out to your own psychic abilities, maybe even start your own practice, something that you're good at, something that's uniquely good to you. And if you don't know what that is, consider signing up for a North Node reading, and make sure you enter your birth date, place, and time so I can look at your astrology chart and tell you what you're meant to do here on Earth. All right. So thank you so much for being here. Guys, I appreciate you. I got some one-on-ones to go to, so I will be seeing you. Take care, guys. I'm so sorry you're late. It's okay. It's okay. Next week, guys. Next week. I'll be here on Tuesday, okay? All right. Take care. Actually, I might be here tomorrow, but not in this form. I have like a special blowout on crystals, so we'll see about that, okay? Bye, guys.